Good morning, League. This is the Big 12 news and update for week 9. I will be hosting your news and updates for today. League, as you guys know, we've been trying very hard to get, a podcast going. It's just been very difficult. Every app that we've been finding and figuring out, it's $80 a month. The best I found was yearly subscription, but everything's a subscription. Everything is it's a lot more difficult than Josh and I expected. But we're trying to make this a prestige league. We're trying to, make it the league. It's a very expensive league. We do have fees that goes directly back into the league. So, we're just trying to make it as transparent, as competitive as possible. Try to make it feel like when you wake up on a Sunday or, during the week when we do the podcast, we're trying to bring that feeling of, competition, of high caliber managers, kind of trying to make it feel like a real game. But since it is a free league, we're trying to make it as easy as we're trying to find the easiest route, let's say, to bring all these platforms and all these things, because we do like talking about it. Josh mentioned it. There's not a single fantasy football podcast that you hear out there, and this would be a podcast just directly for us to we bring you guys on board. You guys talk your opinions, your banter. That's what we kind of want. We kind of want a Ray or a Ralphie to come up here and express their feelings on their five quarterback, you know, pickup that some managers do. See what other, what the co-commissioner thinks of the the situation with the quarterback, having five, holding five. Just bring all that stuff, bring you guys up here and see what your opinions are and see how we can always make the league better. Because, at the end of the day, we do cast a vote um, within the league. And, if there's more votes in changing a rule or something, we will do that. At the end of the day, though, if we do see that it's best if we don't bring it up to vote. You know how that goes. But yeah, we're just trying to make this shit transparent and fun for you guys. So, that being said, this is your news and update. You know, update will be, guys, East Coast Woadies is getting their ass handed to by the West Coast Woadies. West Coast Woadies has, let me see, has one, two, three, four, five teams, okay, 500 or above. What East Coast has two teams at 500. So they dominated us in the exhibition games, on the division on division rivalry. They did hand us that L. So, I mean, Sarah Santeria, she was down bad in the beginning of the first half of the season. And now she's in a win streak, 3 wins. She's sitting at what, 4-4. I mean, she's 500. The worst team there is Rompedoto, and he's 3-5, and you never know that can switch up real quick. He's on a 1 game win streak. Mike Enriquez is freaking dominating right now. He's at a, let me see, he's at 7-1. I mean, he's putting up numbers too. He still hasn't reached the 1,000 mark on points for, but I mean, he's still a high scoring team. Brian is killing in that division with the high scoring with 1,025 points. Let me see, East Coast Woody, Josh is dominating that league right now. Points for, the dominant person there will be German. I mean, he's always been that powerhouse of a team, always been in the top four, always sitting in the top eight, guaranteed almost. But he is that team that scores 150 points a week, and I fucking hate you for that. But it's okay. Still love you, German. Still love you. Just don't love your points for. Um, so right now in the East Coast, Woodies leading in that division will be Tampa Sailfish. Number 2 in that division will be All Inches Matter, followed by West Kendall Sasson, Ralph Lobos, Miami, Happy Feet, and then Justin. Justin, man, you started so crazy when you joined this league. I mean, you were on fire, bro. Now you're 2-6, but let's see, man. Hopefully you break out of that 4 game losing streak. Eric, you got a 5 game losing streak, man. We gotta dominate, man. We gotta dominate. Um, let's see. Let's see how the I know you guys were picking up players and stuff off of waivers. So waivers orders going into next week. Waiver order for week 9 will be Sarah Santeria at number 1, Justin at number 2, Eric at number 3, German at number 4, me at number 5, Tata, aka Vanessa, she would be number 6, Rompe Todo, Pedro, you'd be at number 7, Lobos, Ralphie, you'd be at number 8, Nuni, you'd be sitting at number 9, Brian, 10, Josh, 11, and then Mike Enriquez, you would be the last waiver order pick. You know, like we said, man, we're just trying to figure this out. It's just been really hard with the whole podcast thing. Every day we've been chasing it. It's just been very hard. As you see, I bought a mic. I got my laptop here. I got my tablet, and I got my phone, and my morning coffee, and my dog's pup cup. So, you know, we're just trying. I'm trying to make this better. I know Josh on his end is making it better. My cousin, she's always killing it when we need help in situations. I mean, we call it. She's been co-commissioner ever since, especially since prime COVID. She actually was the one that we would always go to for help when we got into a sticky situation, when we had to, swap up, uh, during COVID, a quarterback, let's say Tom Brady, will be fine, but we'll wake up that game with COVID. We already had him inputted as a starter. She was responsible for going to every manager and asking them who would be the person you would place in for Tom Brady if he had COVID. And she killed it. I mean, it was a weird year, but she made it flow like water. So I give her a lot of props for that always. I mean, she's our person. That's what we go to when we're in a sticky situation within the league. Thank God our league has been running smooth in the last couple of years, and it's just been phenomenal. I enjoy waking up on Sundays and sending you guys these messages and, trying to make this shit fun. So this is going to be, if playoffs start tomorrow, okay, going into week 10, this is what the top 8 will look like. If you guys notice, ESPN does distribute um, division teams. They prioritize the division leaders. It shows that we have organized this league very well, and we sat down and even had division on division. There's some teams that are playing each other in the same division 4 times, which wouldn't make sense, because you're kind of just beating down either the other team. The other team might have 3 games lost against you, but it doesn't. It's better when you guys face other people and create a record versus just a head-to-head matchup, and that's almost half your record. It wouldn't make sense. So we swapped up the schedule. Um, we made it that everybody sees each other twice. You see people from the other division 1 time, at least minimum. So there's always that division on division rivalry, and then you're gonna have within the division um, records. So the people with the highest uh, record in their division will see a higher position than maybe a person in the other division that is like a number 2 versus the other person that's a number 1 in this division. They're going to sit higher even though they have a worse record than this guy in this division. So that being said, as an example, is Kasimi Goon is number 3 overall, sitting at 6-2, and then we have Josh, Tampa Sailfish at 4-4, and he's number 2 overall. So we got Brian at number 3 overall and Josh at number 2 overall, and Josh has a worse record, but he has the better record in his division. So ESPN recognizes that and automatically, puts them in their slots. which it's nice. Doesn't mean that Brian is it's just a thing that I guess ESPN is doing. I personally like it because Brian's still in the top 8, but it shows that Mike is above him in their division. So this is our top 8 going into week 9. Sitting at number 1, Guy Ocho Woba Dub Dub, 7-1. Okay, he is killing it. Mike, you're killing it, bro. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're taking. I think you cheated. I think you cheated, bro. You're gonna get investigated. All right. Sitting at number 2, Tampa Sailfish, 4-4. Josh always been a top team, but that's the where the record stuff goes. Brian's 6-2, sitting at number 3. Okay, he's been dominating, especially since last year. He Mr. Champ, or what is it? The year before, he was a champ. Uh, had a good record last year, but let me see. Number 4, we got Full Metal Snack It. Let me see, sitting at 5-3. Springfield Adam at number 5, sitting at 5-3 as well. We got All Inches Matter, 4-4. I'm super surprised. I mean, he's a powerhouse team. Number 7 is Sarah Santeria. Fucking that Santeria shit is really kicking, huh? 4-4. She's coming back. And West Kendall Saison, me sitting at 3-5. I gotta pick up my team, bro. My team is killing me with all these injuries. I still feel like I can be the better team in this league, in my division, if I have all my players back. But it fucking sucks. You know how that goes. But yeah, back to everything. That's basically our news and update. Just wanted to see how this works out. Trying to bring the league together and trying to bring you guys onto the podcast. I want to have my cousin up here. Josh is usually the one that hosts these podcasts, and we kind of answer the overview of what he has and segments of topics. We're just gonna answer them and bring you guys. We really want to bring you guys and have you guys 2 at a time, have 5 of us at a time discussing on what we think. We want to have everybody come up and give their weekly matchup. So we're just trying to make this shit fun, bro. So that being said, welcome to week 9, guys, and I hope you guys have a fun, blessed Sunday, and good luck out there.